Hey traders from around the world, what is going on? Welcome to your Wednesday stock review. That's right, it's Wednesday spelt with an I. We did get some phenomenal gains last night. I did manage to score 2R on Facebook. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But the SPY, everybody, let's talk about the broader markets. So the SPY, you can see we did get a really nice little retest gap last night, and we did come down, retest, we filled the gap, and right now we're just kind of just chilling out. We are currently trying to break this level here at around 342 and some change. We are struggling a little bit, and I do expect us to possibly trade higher, maybe come back down, retest, and then come back down to the 50, and then from there I guess we would look to bounce. Take a look at the E-minis. We are slowly but surely trading on higher. Not entirely great volume just yet, being the evening session. But for the most part, guys, we are looking slightly bullish. I don't expect us to just launch out from here from the moon. Most likely we'll come up here, we'll trade sideways for about a week, and then build that pressure, possibly trade down, possibly break out. We'll just have to wait and see how the volume is tracking and what is going on in the overall markets. But for the most part, guys, be bullish long term on the market. Still looks long and strong. So here's Facebook. So Facebook, guys, this was my trade. It was a really nice gap and go. You can see we did close bearish candle, gapping up, which was a bullish gap and go. If you take a look at the 3-minute here, I did see this beautiful high wave bearish candle after the gap, and I was like, well, I'm just looking for some more support coming down here, and we did get another sensational hammer candle come in, and as soon as this little bullish candle came in, I was like, well, this is a quote-unquote Morningstar reversal pattern, so I'm gonna look to take this bullish entry here, stop here, 2R in about 15 minutes or so. But it was really nice. Sensational trade. We did end up kind of just trading sideways for the rest of the day, so it was a sensational exit. But if you did get to catch it, it was a really nice play on Facebook. But that wasn't the only one, guys. Roku. Now, Roku was a phenomenal gap. It was a sensational retest gap. You can see it was a bullish candle gapping up. We did actually, in fact, gap above the high of the previous 2 days. And if you just take a look at the 3-minute chart, guys, here it is. We had, once again, a phenomenal high wave, bullish high wave candle, and yet another hammer candle. Kind of just had a short little retest, and then as soon as we broke out higher, that would have been your entry and stop. Take profit target up there. At least one or two are on that trade for sure, but it was a beautiful trade. Just trading straight up into this resistance here at around 368 and some change. So well done to all the real life traders who did take Roku. I know there are a lot of you who have made a lot of gains on Roku today. Let's take a look at the ASX 200. Now, the ASX 200, guys, had some really interesting volume today. We did get about 10 times the normal volume as what we would normally have, and it was a bullish gap and go. So if this candle does get taken out, I do expect us to be quite bearish. So just keep that in mind. This is a pretty bullish candle, and if we do not take this out, I just expect us to trade sideways and hold this really nice level of support that we've got here. But for the most part, guys, just be wary. Lots of volume, lots of support. If it breaks, look out below. Here's Newcrest Mining. So Newcrest Mining, I did mention this one the other day in my last stock review back here. I mentioned now is the time to buy. I did get an email from a trader who was bullish on here and did end up getting in here with a stop down here. Managed to take out a few gains here on Newcrest. So well done. Well done to all the traders who did. This is a very nice wicked pair candle. Sensational volume, guys. Be bullish on Newcrest. This is a really nice inverted head and shoulders pattern. And this is currently just retesting. And I do expect this to start breaking out and going higher. Possibly to around 34.70. And then from there, I guess we'll just probably have a little bit of a rest. Trickle sideways for a little bit. Nice little area to kind of take some profits off the table, or look to add on the position long term. Next on the list is Zipco. So we've been speaking about Zipco for a while. In the trading room, especially this hammer candle, I know a couple of the real life traders did buy some long-term shares on Zipco. So well done, team, for taking that trade. Beautiful, beautiful Morningstar reversal with a sensational hammer candle with volume. I love everything about this trade. Bouncing straight off the 100 simple moving average, off a previous support, off a previous resistance level. I mean, why not? This was a beautiful retest gap today. And yeah, you want to be bullish long term on Zipco. We'll possibly trade up and then down sideways for a little bit. And then I do believe that we will start to rocket ship higher on Zipco. Here's crude oil, guys. We obviously have been speaking about this one before. I did mention this pennant pattern that has occurred the last week and a half or so. We did mention that it was most likely not going to be overly bearish because we have the 100 simple moving average here keeping us afloat here, and we did actually break up to the upside. So if you did end up playing this particular this particular breakout, there it is there. Nice little breakout higher, retest of this particular candle, and then mosey on higher. So make sure you are long on crude. Looks like we are going to continue on crude. Here's gold. Now gold is also breaking out, guys. If you take a look at the shorter term moving averages, we have now crossed over. We found support on the shorter term moving averages. We've broken out of this particular wedge that we have been forming for the last month and a half. And right now, guys, I'd be bullish. I'd be extremely bullish on gold and hashtag buy the dip. We have spoken about this particular candlestick pattern in the past. It basically did exactly what happened back in April. We did kind of break out, come back down, retest. This could also possibly happen, but if you are looking at getting in and looking long term, makes a lot of sense to get in sooner rather than later. Last but not least, here is the Aussie dollar. So I still haven't moved Mr. Squiggles here. If you take a look at the shorter term moving averages, we are trading along the Mr. Squiggles line quite nicely. I have said be bullish on the Aussie dollar, and if you have been, well done. You must be making an absolute killing right now. Obviously, I do believe that we'll come up to about 74 and some change, and if we do get up to 74 from there, most likely we'll have a little bit of a sell-off, and then from there, guys, I would just look for us to trade sideways, consolidate, and then look to hashtag buy the dip. All right, team, I'll be back on Friday with another free real life stock review just for you. If you guys have any tickers or any companies or any pairs or any commodities, you name it, I'll be here. Put it in the comment section below and I'll review it just for you. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.